Dear children, today I will teach you lesson third in history, nationalism in India. Nationalism in India. Syllabus की the First World War, Khalifat and non-corporation, differing strands within the movement towards civil disobedience, the untouchables, the sense of collective belonging. In this lesson, I also will start you overview first. Advent of nationalism in colonies. Advent of nationalism in Europe. Modern nationalism in Europe preceded nationalism in India. It came to be associated with the formation of nation states. Nationalism means a change in people's thinking. They began to understand who they were and what defined their identity and sense of belonging. Novelty came in every sphere, new symbols and icons, new songs and ideas, forget new links and redefine the boundaries of communities. However, in all the countries it did not come in easily and in a short time. Rather, in most countries the making of this new national identity was a long process full of ups and downs, winning over obstacles and offering great sacrifices. Advent of nationalism in India. In India, as in Vietnam and many other colonies of the white, the growth of modern nationalism is intimately connected to the anti-colonial movement. The people were crying under the yoke of imperialism when they saw other countries getting rid of the slavery, they began discovering their unity in the process of their struggle with colonialism. Operation giving birth to bond. The sense of being oppressed under the colonialism provided a shared bond that tied many different groups together, but there was no uniformity in their feeling. Each class and group felt the effect of cohesion differently. Their experiences were varied. Consequently, their notion of freedom were not always the same. The role of Congress. The Congress under Mahatma Gandhi tried to force each group together within one movement, but the unity did not emerge without conflict. Now the First World War and Khilafat and non-corporation movement. First World War 1914 created a new economic and political situation worldwide. It led to a huge increase in defense expenditure incurred by the countries at war. The expenditure was financed by war loan and increase in taxes. Besides, custom duty on import and export were raised and income tax on people was introduced. Impact of the First World War on the society. Prices soaring up between 1913 to 1918. The prices of food grains increased largely, which caused extreme hardship for the common people. The peasantry suffered from paying heavy rents and taxes. Force requirement. Villagers were called upon to supply soldiers from among themselves. This forced recruitment in rural areas caused widespread hurry. Third, Indian industry on the verge of closure. The foreign goods once again began to be imported and the foreign capital began to be invested in a large scale. Indian industries had to incur heavy losses and were even at the verge of closure. Social condition after the war. Failure of crops. In 1918 to 19 and 2020 to 21, crops failed in many parts of the India, resulting in acute shortage of food. Influenza epidemic. There was also an influenza epidemic. According to the census of 1920, 12 and 30 million people died as a result of famines and the epidemic. People had hoped that their suffering would be reduced after the war, but that did not happen. The position grew from bad to worse. Emergence of Mahatma Gandhi. In such critical social condition, a new leader, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, appeared on the horizon of the country. He was popularly known as Bapu or Mahatma Gandhi. He suggested a new method of action, that is Satyagraha. The idea of Satyagraha. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in January 1915. His heroic fight for the Indians in South Africa had become well known. His novel method of mass agitation, known as Satyagraha, had yielded fruitful results. Meaning of Satyagraha. Satyagraha was devoid of violence and physical force. It was the method of agitation and protest based on true and non-violence. It was a passive resistance consisting of defiance of laws, non-payment of taxes, boycott of government institution, etc. It suggested that in case the cause was true, if the struggle was against injustice, then physical force was not necessary to fight the oppression. Without being aggressive, a Satyagrahi could not win the battle using the weapon of non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi believed that this dharma of non-violence could unite all Indians and that in unity lies strength. Now, next day,